This is the last day of our first leg of cruising. So we're back in San Diego right now. And Mark and I are up early. We don't need to be. A lot of people that are getting off the ship are up. But we want to catch us in the marina. So we're trying to find the perfect spot for that. Right.
Started at Crow's,
Yeah.
went down the promenade, and we're going to the jogging.
All right. Let's see if we get it right.
So I would have to say, between all the arrivals and departures from all the different ports that we went to, coming into San Diego is by far the most impressive. We all have our favorite things that we like to experience on the cruises, and for me, coming in early in the morning like this, especially to such a beautiful city like San Diego, is at the top of the list for me.
And we are docked. Good morning, San Diego.
When you go on the combination tour, where you're taking the cruise to the Mexican Riviera and then to Hawaii, you actually have three options for touring San Diego. You can tour the first day when you get to the dock, or you can tour in between the two legs of the cruise, or you can tour after both legs of the cruise are done. I'm thinking that our advice would be to use that plan because there are so many things to do in this wonderful port of call. We've splashed on screen the 4 things that we've done in the past when we visited this town as an RVer.
Right, a lot of the passengers that had to leave have left. Looks like got a new crowd coming in though. See, our first day at sea, going to Hawaii, and it is rocking. This time, day 1 at sea for Hawaii.
Many folks have reunions or birthday party get-togethers on cruises, and we chose to meet up with some hometown friends to travel with us so we could catch up. Shortly after our quick lunch, we attended the next shore excursion talk, so we knew what we should be expecting to do when we would hit Honolulu. So this is ukulele lesson number 1 of many, preparing people for their big stage debut later on in the cruise. But check out Sue. She's already playing this thing. She's so excited, just like a little kid. All right, Sue, I'm only going to tell you this once. We can only look at their room if you promise me you're not going to force me to buy this room when we finally go.
To an upgrade?
Okay?
I'm good.
All right, let's go in.
All right. Wow, you don't need a light on in this room.
Wow.
Wow.
Ours is like going into a cave.
It is.
Jeez.
Wow.
Look at this, a sitting room. Let me through there, honey.
Oh my
Keep
gosh,
going.
that is nice.
Wow. Look at, I could work on OGM videos right here. Wow.
The door might be locked. I can unlock it for you if you want to take a walk out.
Okay. All right. I'm starting to soften up to it. Maybe I'll get one next time.
This is.
They're nice.
Wow.
Wow. It's a sea day.
And the chairs come out. There's a little chair for your feet. Oh, they're nice.
Wow.
So if you can spring for it, this is what cruising is all about. Let's go see it.
All right.
A little stateroom that we have, honey.
Are you going to compare now?
Yeah,
First
Not
off, it's
bad.
not very bright.
not very bright, but essentially the same, except it doesn't have a patio door.
Or a couch.
Oh yeah, all right. You had to throw that in.
There's a few things.
Every hour you have about 3 or 4 things to choose that you want to do. And here we got Sue embracing her inner child, and she's learning how to do the hula dance. And they had about 5 classes preparing everybody for the big debut coming up.
Your entertainer in here this evening has a special on Dry Bar. You might also recognize her from the Last Comic Standing, Kristen Key.
The major theme of the Koningsdam ship is that it's very music orientated. In fact, one of the major thoroughfares where you walk past all the lounges, that in fact is called the Music Walk. Now, many times like this lounge, we would love to be able to play the actual music we were listening to. I mean, you can see here, I'm actually really digging it. And in fact, when Sue and I are dancing here, I believe we were dancing to Mustang Sally. But because we don't have a license for any of this music, and some of the music that the musicians were playing is also licensed, we just have to cut it all out. Now you can see in the main dining room here that theme was carried through because we were told that the inside ribs and structure holding up the roof was simulating the inside of a cello. As we traveled a number of days on the cruise, we started to establish a rhythm where if we wanted a day where we were just going to luxuriate and talk, we would go to the sit-down breakfast. And on this particular day, we knew we had a little bit of rough seas ahead of us. We got our laundry delivered to us that we sent out, and I just want to show you how nice it comes. It's all folded perfectly, and my underwear hasn't looked that nice since it came from the factory. Pretty impressive. That and a bunch of clothes that was laundered. Decent sized bag, $20 for as much as you can stuff in the bag. Now all these trivia contests that we would go to had different subjects as their specialty. So if you were a little light on your Broadway play trivia knowledge, but you were good to go on Egyptian history, you would be the star on that particular day. And the bonus of going to these is they got you to be in the right place so that when the show would open up, you just had 100 feet to walk and you would have a great seat.
Again, thanks for being here tonight. I hope you had a great day at sea today. I saw some of you trying out that new wave pool that we installed up there on Lido Pool. I hope you enjoyed that today. Hopefully today was the last day for having that wave pool feature up there on deck, but I do hope that you had a great day. Another day at sea coming your way tomorrow. Still more days at sea ahead of us, so lots happening all around the ship. Tonight's performer is an entertainer. As I said, he is also an athlete, and he is a true gentleman. He has toured with Kenny G. You may have seen him on TV in Got Home Alive or America Ninja Warrior. So please make some noise and welcome to the stage, Craig Richard.
It is our third day at sea. What is it? January 17th. Yesterday was rough. The waves were high. We were constantly rocking. I went to the cabin 2 times to lay down. So I've got the patch on, and that didn't seem to work. So I took some Bonine too, and it kind of worked.
Yep.
Plus laying down. Plus one of our friends, Marcia, had to go lay down too. It was a rough sea.
But later in the day, we were back in business.
Yes, later in the day we went to a show and had dinner and stuff. Feeling better, but not great. So it feels like it might be a better day today. I'm feeling better. I actually put makeup on. Voila.
So it's Tuesday, the 17th of January,
Yep.
and we're going to get to Honolulu on
The 20th.
January 20th.
Yeah.
So we're going to hit breakfast with the girls. We just had some friends from our old hometown that joined us on this Hawaiian second leg of our back-to-back cruise.
Yeah.
And then we're going to attend the talk on one of the islands that we're going to see what we're supposed to pay attention to.
Yeah, that's a nice thing. They do have a talk every morning and gives us background about the islands that we'll actually be visiting.
Plus,
so
I'm wearing my new shirt
everybody wants to know that,
with
baby.
the logo on the front
Oh my God.
and the logo on
Woo,
the back.
so much
when I
color.
leave. I love the feeling of being out in the middle of nowhere in the ocean here on the way to Hawaii with my only friend right here, framed up. Yep. So you might think it's slippery on this promenade deck when you're walking, but whatever the surface is, it's amazing because even when it's wet, you don't seem to slip on it.
Wow, nice sound too.
These little protected alcoves here with the curtains were really nice private places that were available on the pool deck here, and they were not an extra charge here. When you see this pool here with the water shaking back and forth, I'm telling you, I was in this pool a couple of times when that was happening, and I actually preferred it. It was just really fun, and if it gets to be too violent or too dangerous, they just shut down the pools and then you can't hurt yourself.
All right, it's breakfast in the dining room again. We're waiting for our friends.
And this is what I was waiting for, the Ask the Captain talk, where all of the systems on the Koningsdam were shown and talked about. Everything that made this cruise as fantastic as it was.
So this is our last sea day before we get to Honolulu, and I'm glad. 5 days at sea could be really awesome if you don't get motion sickness, but that actually 2 days at least 2 days wasn't feeling too well.
Yeah, but actually, in the overall scheme of things, it wasn't that bad. She was a
Well,
little,
I'm doing the patch.
yeah,
I also did Bonine. I've got the wristband thing on, so I pulled out everything.
right.
And besides just feeling groggy all day, it was a relaxing time.
Right.
It's good.
Even though I felt a little better than her, I didn't look as good. I mean, I'm pretty much proving it right now.
Oh my God.
Put my hand
Right.
on a little bit here.
So we're actually getting some fresh air today, getting outside, walking around.
And it's funny, one side of the ship has got kind of dreary, rainy weather. And this side of the ship, because of the sun, it's beautiful.
Yep.
The wind is sheltered.
We're on the sunny
So,
side,
We're going to be like these people coming up here, and we're going to walk on this side of the ship back and forth.
back and forth.
Violate protocol.
At least we'll be walking and not
Yeah.
blown overboard. This is nice to have a deck. It goes all the way around. All right, we're enjoying the back of the ship. So let me elaborate on how motion sickness has been for me on this 5-day at sea cruise. What a great thing to have 5 days at sea. If you can read a book, I was looking forward to that, but I just can't do it with the motion. There's so much to do on board, and being an older crowd, it seems like on this Holland, a lot of people are just enjoying the downtime, playing cards, getting together with friends, reading books. So it's very relaxing.
But I had talked to somebody that was actually almost a 5-star mariner, which means that they've been on the ships the most. And they said that the water situation that you were experiencing was fairly high up in movement. So the fact that you were only mildly a little bit affected, it's not like you couldn't eat, you just had to watch what you eat.
Right.
You had to watch when you ate.
Yeah, I'm very tired, can't read. Yeah.
Yeah, so you did really good.
Yeah.
And I had never been motion sickness at all. And when I saw her reaction and I saw the water, I actually even took a Bonine.
Precaution, yeah.
Yeah, and I was fine. I was a little bit more tired, but I sleep like a baby because we have an interior cabin, and when you shut the lights off, it's like darker than outer space.
Yeah.
And we're able to keep the temperature perfect with their air conditioning system. The blankets are real nice and heavy.
Yeah.
And I live there sleeping. I slap the old CPAP machine on, and before I know it, 9-10 hours go by.
All right.
Let's get going.
Carry on with our walk. You got a pro tip for us?
I said a pro tip is you can tell your hat is tight enough against the wind when your eyes feel like they're bulging out. That's where I am right now.
It's good to know. All right, we turned the corner. We're good now. A couple things I did this past 5 days at sea is I did take ukulele lessons, and I did the hula dance lesson too. But I didn't make all of them. We were busy doing some things, and a couple rough days at sea I just had to lay down. But the cool thing is, at the end now, the last day at sea, they're actually going to put a show on for everybody that feels like they're ready to do the ukulele on stage with the hula dancers along. So that is where I'm going now.
Excuse me.
And Mark, too.
It's ukulele.
Ukulele. You didn't go to the Hawaiian language
know.
class. You butchered it. All right, so that's where I'm headed now. This should be cool.
Make your way to the chair there, and then I'll come around and tune your ukuleles for you. Leave your music.
So we're at the
You know,
sort of
I did that last
rehearsal
time, and the
before their
short people goes,
performance.
"No, put us just in the back."
I have to say, there are a lot more
So-
people up there than I expected.
So there was a section.
Now, as good as the ukulele folks were, it was the hula dancers that really stole the show. My first drink on the boat. True confession, it's a free Mariner welcome back coupon.
How'd you get that? You've never been here. All right, we're back at the billboard in the afternoon, and we're suckers for punishment. We're going to try trivia with movies again. We thought we had it on the Broadway. We sucked. Well, not that bad, but...
And we're trying to win the prize because if you win, you get a free meal at the Lido. At the Lido Market.
Is that a free meal for each of us?
Yep.
Yay. Go team. Arrived in Honolulu. You can see on our TV that's showing the front of, what is it, the bow of the ship.
Wow.
So we're heading in now. We just got into port like a half hour ago, and we are taking a tour of the Pearl Harbor and the museum, the city highlights, and something else. It's an all-day thing. We'll be back this afternoon, and then we'll be ready for a luau.
$10 says we stop at a gift shop. And you can laugh, but that's how I get these stylish hats.
He needs a hat.
And these stylish
t-shirt.
shirts.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, by the way, if you haven't watched this video, it's great. The NHRA video that we visited as an RV couple. So check that out on our channel.
That's Mark's plug for the day.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. All right, I'm getting ready to go, and Mark is analyzing.
Oh, I was going to pull out my camera. I mean, look at how fantastic it is to have been on this thing, crossing the ocean for 5 days. And here it's parked up next to the terminal like it's a Volkswagen Bug, you know? And look at this, how long it is. Wow. Yeah. Well, that wraps up days 8 through 13 of our 24-day Mexican Riviera and Circle Hawaii collector tour video. Next week, we will pick up where we left off and take you along with us to the Pearl Harbor Museum, Germain's Luau, and tours to Kauai and a beach in Lahaina. Thanks for stopping by, and we will see you next week.